Hi guys, so today is the 28th. If you're on my Facebook then you'll already know that I put a message on there, but I just wanted to apologise to you all for not putting up videos for the last 2 days. I have got a double video for the 26th and the 27th that I am going to put online, hopefully today. I'm going to try and get it edited today. But I do have a reason, and you'll have to excuse me, I keep yawning. I can't help it. It's the medication that I want. It looks like I'm crying, but I promise you I'm not. It's literally just because I'm tired. So yeah, on Monday, now some of you will already know this, and I did mention a little bit about it in my brief vlog the other day, but Monday, I hadn't been feeling well for a few days, so Monday I went to the doctor's. I couldn't get in until 5:30 at night, but then I didn't actually get seen to until like 7:15, so that was fun. And the doctor that I saw, he wasn't my usual doctor because my doctor is on holiday and then he's retiring, so that's fun. So I went to see another doctor, and he said that I had severe anxiety and stress. Well, I don't think I have anxiety. I don't have like panic attacks or anything. And I don't feel anxious all the while. I do worry a lot, but it's more of a stress thing with me. So I got diagnosed with that, and he prescribed me diazepam. Now, the trouble with diazepam is they are a muscle relaxant, so they make you very tired. And the first day that I got them the next day. It says take one 3 times a day when required. So I took 3 that day, like it stated, and I was literally like a zombie all day. I went to bed at like 8:30, 9:15 that night, and it was awful. So then yesterday, I only took 2. I took 1 in the morning, which zonked me out. I didn't actually go to sleep with them. They literally make you feel like you're walking around and it's like being a zombie. It's horrible. And then I didn't take one during the day, and then I took one just like about an hour and a half, 2 hours before bed. But then I went back to the doctor's today and I saw a different doctor, and I had to take this thing in. When you go to the doctors and they suspect you of having depression, a lot of doctors nowadays make you fill in a questionnaire. Now, you can find these questionnaires online if you're ever worried. Just put into Google, just put in something like depression questionnaire or something like that. And Mark didn't have to do one, but his dad did. And when you fill it, no. So yeah, if you want to find out how to, if you're worried about this and it's something you want to look into, there are different ones online. They're all the same questions, and they tell you your score, and they tell you sort of what sort of depression you've got and like how severe it is and stuff, if at all. So I got this questionnaire anyway on Monday night, and I filled it all in, and I took it back today, and he said, yeah, this does show that you are depressed. He said, this isn't like, we wouldn't sit and look at this test and say, right, well, based on your results, we're definitely going to put you on tablets. He said, we would kind of have a look at your previous history, your medical history, and we'll look at other things like what you said to the doctor before, blah, blah, blah. So he looked at what had been said to the doctor a couple of days ago, and he said, yeah, I think based on what you've said and what your results are, you are sort of moderately depressed, so we are going to put you onto antidepressants. So I am now taking citalopram, 20 mg. I've got a month's worth, because what he said to me is they take a few weeks to get into your system, which is fine, and he said make sure that you come back and see me just before those ones run out, and hopefully you'll be feeling better, but we'll go from there. But it kind of made me think, well, if you tell me they're going to take a few weeks to get into my system, then surely I will definitely need to stay on them when I've had my 4 weeks, but we'll see. He's also signed me off of work for 2 weeks, so I had to self-certify this week, which basically means you have to decide if you want to be off or not. So I'm having this week off. It's now Thursday. I've had since Monday off. And then he has given me a sick note for a further 2 weeks, starting on the 1st of April, which is Monday. So I'll have had 3 weeks off total. I'm hoping even if I have to stay on the tablets, I'm hoping that 3 weeks off work will be enough and that I can then go back, because work is probably at least 50% of where my stress comes from, but I can't just sit in the house all day. It's like today Mark's gone back to work. He only has 2 days off a week, so he's gone back to work today, and I think if I just have to spend every day on my own in this house with Imi, it'll just drive me mad. So I need to have that sort of little bit in the morning just to kind of get out for a bit, but we'll see. So yeah, after putting up my video on Monday, I've had so many of you sort of come to me, and I haven't looked through the comments yet because my mind just has been elsewhere and stuff, but just saying such lovely things, and also saying that you've been there as well, and that's where you are at the moment. And it really saddens me to know that there's so many people in this situation at the moment, and I just think that there's so many downs in the world. It's just bringing everybody down, you know. And I don't know. I've also got to make a list of all the things that kind of stress me out and make me worry and make me feel down and that. So I have already started making a list on my phone of things that make me stressed, and so it's quite a long list. I was like, it's quite long. But I'm going to sit and write in my diary, because I do have a diary, but I don't write in it that often. I think I've had it for about 5 years, this diary, and it's still not full at all. So I might write in there later and kind of say everything that makes me feel stressed, and then put reasons as to why. And what I want to do is I want to have a look at this list, and I want to see if there's anything on there that I can either change or get rid of, or I don't know, I just want to have a look and see what I can do. This part of my stress. This little one. Aren't you? Yeah. Here's me trying to do a serious video and here's her going ooh at the camera. Okay. Can I finish my video? So yeah, come to my heart a lot is that I've had more support from people that I've never met, people on YouTube, than what I've had from people in my real life, like in my personal life. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of saddens me on the one hand, but on the other hand, it really kind of makes me think, wow, there are some like genuinely nice people out there. So I just want to say a quick thank you to a couple of people. The gorgeous Shell from Shell X85X, she's been a really sort of good support to me. Nicola Ralph, what's her YouTube name? Always Be Beautiful. She has been absolutely amazing through all of this. I mean, she was even texting me this morning because she knew my doctor's appointment was today, and she was just like, I really hope you're okay, I'm thinking of you, let me know how you get on, blah blah. She's been really, really good about it. So, thank you so much for that, Nicola. You've been an absolute diamond. Who else is there? There's my gorgeous friend Alison, Shiny Happy Bean. She's also been amazing, and she's always really good with advice anyway. It's like I've been having a bit of a personal issue with someone lately, and I've kind of been talking to her about, it's not Mark, by the way, don't worry, there's nothing wrong with me and Mark, and I've just been talking to her about it. I'm like, what is going on with this bit of hair? Do you know, it's just, get over there, stupid. Yeah, I've had a lot of issues with someone in my personal life, and she's really kind of been helping me with it, and she's been giving me really good advice about it, and she's now giving me really good advice about the situation I'm in at the moment, and just sharing personal stories with me and stuff, and it's really, really helped me, so thank you so much to you as well. And it just, there have been other people as well who have kind of put comments on Facebook and stuff, but they're the main three who, I mean, Shell and Nicola I've texted a lot, and Alison I talked to on Facebook because we haven't exchanged numbers yet, which I think my Mrs. I call her Mama Bear, I think that's something that we need to do, we need to swap numbers, but yes, just They have really been there for me and have been so supportive, and it just sucks that I live so far away from everybody. I live in this like little shithole that is not close to anybody who I talk to on YouTube, and it really sucks. So, but they've all been amazing, and it just saddens me a little bit that people who can't see me and can't come and visit me and stuff are being more helpful than people who can, you know. It's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I just waffled on for so long that my memory ran out. So yeah, I've just got to kind of take it each day at a time and see what happens and just go from there, really. But I never thought I would be one of those people who had to go on to antidepressants, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just never thought there would be anything in my life that would kind of push me to that point. But I think there's just been so much go on, and general stresses of everyday life, and then the friendship stuff, and then like work, and then obviously we lost Mark's mum, and it's just kind of all got on top of me, and it's got on top of him as well, and we're just, you know, so I'm just, at least I've done something about it now to try and get some help. It's weird because I remember about a year ago I watched a video that Elaine put on here about her experience with stress and how she went to the doctors with stress and stuff, and I remember putting a comment on that video saying about how I could relate to a lot of the stuff that she said in her video, and that I would need to go and get something sorted, and I'm quite ashamed of myself that it's took me a year to go and get anything sorted, and that I've let it get to this point and let it get worse. Because she mentioned in her video about when she lost her nan, well, I can very much relate to that because I lost my nan when I was 17, as a lot of you know, and I've never actually got over it. I've never grieved for my nan. I was upset at the time, but I've never like properly grieved for her. So it's quite scary to think, am I going to feel like this forever? Is the grief ever going to hit me? Am I just never going to grieve for her? And that worries me because my mum didn't grieve for her until about a year after she died, and then it just hit her. But it's been 10 years and I'm still not. I don't know if it was because I was only 17. There's a lot of an emotional, there's a big connection between losing my nan and the way I am now, because I always feel like that chapter was never quite finished. I always wanted to go and see her in the chapel of rest just to say goodbye to her, and because we didn't, I've never actually got over it, and I think that's partly why I've never grieved. Whereas with Julie, we did go and see her in the chapel of rest. We actually went to see her twice, and even though it's so ridiculously upsetting when you go in there. Well, it was for me anyway. Personally, for me, it was awful, because you're seeing this person who you've known and you've loved for whether it's 5 minutes or 50 years, you know, and you're seeing them there, and it really kind of hits home that they are gone. It is a really difficult thing to have to do in your life, but sometimes it's what you need. Not everybody can handle it. I mean, Julie's was actually the first, like, dead body that I saw, and it was horrible to think of her in that way. But I am glad I did it, not just for Mark, but for her, and for myself, because I wanted to say goodbye to her. And I remember when I went in there, the last day, it was the day of her funeral, we went in the morning, and the last thing I said to her was, "Don't worry, Julie, I will look after Mark for you, and I will look after Imi, and I will make sure that they're both kept safe and kept happy." And I've tried to do that, and it was difficult because the first day I went in, I couldn't even talk to her. It just kind of overwhelmed me so much. So I'm glad that I managed to talk to her on the second day. But I never got that with my nan, and I think that's kind of why I've not managed to grieve for her. But I don't know. Maybe it will hit me one day, who knows. But yeah, there's just so much kind of gone on, and it's just driven me down and down and down. And I've had a few things that have brought me back up, don't get me wrong, but last year was not a good year for us one way or another. We had so much happen last year that was just awful. And this year hasn't been as bad, but it hasn't been, like, wonderful just yet. But hopefully it'll get better. It'll be better if the bloody weather clears up, if we get some sort of sunshine and heat, because this weather doesn't help. I mean, one of the mums at the school today said that we're expected to have this awful, snowy, cold, horrible weather till mid to late April, and it's just like, oh, for God's sake, I'm going on holiday at the end of April, please be gone by then. So we'll see. If you've got any questions about depression or stress or comments or anything, please feel free to leave them down below. If you're having a similar experience to me, or you think you might be, or you have, or you want to say anything to me and you don't want it kind of in the comments, then by all means feel free to either private message me on here, you can PM me on Twitter, you can, well no, it's DM, isn't it, on Twitter. You can send it to me on my Facebook, because my Facebook is like a proper person now, so you can send me a message on there. There are lots of ways that you can get in contact with me privately if you don't want your comment to be seen by everybody, and if you do contact me privately, it's not going to get broadcast in a video. I'm not going to say, oh well, Leanne from Birmingham said that she's really depressed and wanted to kill herself. I'm not like that. I'm not going to kind of broadcast your issues all over my channel, because they're not my issues to tell. So anyway, thank you for listening to me wobble on, guys. I'm sorry I was a bit blah, but I just like to keep you up to date with what's happening with me and where I am and what's going on and why. It's weird because I've had a few people kind of say to me recently, your videos haven't been as bubbly lately as what they normally are, is everything okay and stuff, and I've kind of gone on a bit on the defence, and to them I've been like, well yeah, I'm fine, but then I've been sitting here going, yeah, I am fine, how dare you say I'm not bubbly, blah, but thinking back now, I'm not coming across as my normal self, because I'm not my normal self at the moment. I'm like this shell of myself, and I will get better. I'm not worried about that I will never get better, because I know I will, and I just need a bit of time and medication to kind of help me. It doesn't help that I've always got IMI. It would be nice if I could have like a few days away, just like in a spa or something, but it's not going to happen, so hey ho. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I don't really have anything else to say, because I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot, so I will hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully see you all tomorrow, guys. I love you all, and thank you so much for all your lovely kind words and comments and stuff. So I will see you all I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.